ist das denn?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ach, heul dich rum. Komm, hoch damit hier.
It's locked.
Oh. Oh, da kam ich auch irgendwo rein. Okay. Und wenn jetzt hier... Ja, im Unterschlupf. Ja, schön, wie ich ihn einfach nicht finde. Soll doch genau hier sein. Folge mal Bam. Liegt noch was?
This is despicable.
Ach, heul doch. Du nervst ein bisschen, was das angeht, weißt du. Ich komme jetzt so dämlich vor, dass ich diesen Unterschlupf einfach nicht finde. Okay, geh mal da rein. Wahrscheinlich ist es auch nicht der Unterschlupf. Okay, ja, ne, ist das jetzt das hier, wo ich bin? Ja, das ist das, wo ich eh war. Ich hab's kaputt gemacht. Okay, ach, das ist der Unterschlupf. Das war jetzt aber ein bisschen schwer. Vor allem, weil ich ja noch Ladezeit hatte. Wahrscheinlich eh nichts Hilfreiches zimmern, oder? Nur das. Ah, und mit der Gegenerklärung auch. So. Dann schlummer ich jetzt mal ein Sekündchen. Erstmal mache ich mein Häkchen raus. Ich bin wieder komplett. Dann warten wir mal den nächsten Tag ab. Das müssen wir regeln. Oh. Oh, das ist auch viel im Blutspeer. Jo. Ich hätte jetzt gedacht, dass hier das Mesmerisieren auch dabei ist. Aber anscheinend nicht. Scheinbar nicht. Bestätigen wir das mal. Den hab ich aber nicht umgebracht. Den schon. Die alle irgendwie am Arsch sind. Aber ich fühle mich besser. Falls sich jemand fragt, ob ich Spaß dran habe. Yep. Viel Spaß. It's locked, alright. Jetzt nimm mir. Jo. Ich bin jetzt gerade irgendwo auf.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then?
Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Harry.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Oh, awkward. Armut.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Oh.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things.
Oh, God.
Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Der ist nicht erschöpft, der hat eine Depression.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Also das heißt,
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Sorry. Warte da.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Ach Gott, Junge. Wie gesagt, keine Erschöpfung. Also wenn der so, mir geht alles so schlecht. Das ist...
It's locked.
It's locked, alright, I know. Da kann ihm auch jetzt kein kleiner Aufputschkrank helfen. Habe ich jetzt eigentlich den ganzen Kram mitgenommen und nie gelesen?
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Ich, gehe wieder.
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always been
You're
wretched.
late. Where's my
Now
money?
let your guard down, sir.
Time to
Fancy
pay.
buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest
Oh, dieses
mind.
Brüllen im
We've all had
Hintergrund.
some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Ich meine, es ist schon cool, wie die Ereignisse im Hintergrund so immer noch mitspielen. Aber wenn du mit jemandem redest und irgendwer anderes brüllt in ein anderes Ohr, also brüllen, also ich höre ihn halt brüllen, nervt schon. Falsch
And
gedrückt.
no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
That's all for now. Goodbye.
Cheap price, good
Quality.
quality.
One
Come
way or
on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
You again?
Natürlich,
What do you want this time?
mit dir reden.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Ah, ist auch erschöpft.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Da ist nix.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Und was hältst du von mir? Ich werde dir jetzt nicht übers Knie legen und den Arsch versohlen. Ich werde nur dich ausrauben. Wenn ich irgendwas finde, was mir gefällt. Hier, das zum Beispiel. Geld. Oh, da lag noch was. Killenlose. Ein Bettchen. Da war ja was. Geld. Das könnte was sein. Das ist aber nicht. Kranke. Also, ich habe jetzt gesagt Kranke, nicht Danke. Auch wenn sich danach angehört hat. Da hinten ist auch noch ein Tor. Schön interessant. Tag. Wahrscheinlich ist jetzt nicht da. Kann ich mit denen reden? Nö. Aber ausrauben kann ich auch hier alles.
Can you hear my voice?
Oh oh.
I need help.
Ja, ich komme schon.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor.
Die wundert sich überhaupt nicht, dass er da ist.
He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
Das soll doch eher einiges okay, was schlagen Sie vor sein?
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Muss ich jetzt aufpassen? Muss ich jetzt aufpassen?
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Ach, schön.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Der ist ja eh schon diesem Dingsbums.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Ich hab doch keine Ahnung. Ich spiele nur einen Doktor, ich bin keiner.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Schimpft die mich über meine ärztlichen Methoden? Hallo? Entschuldige?
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Oh, das hätte ich noch... Oh. 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 Ach Gott, ich kann mich echt nicht entscheiden. Nein.
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Nö.